to the channel. Today is a special one. Yeah, this is one of those pinch yourself moments. So we've come down here to PP Performance. These guys tune cars out here in Dubai. They have an SF90 in right now, but it's one of those cars that you never think would need tuning, but the client dropped it off at PP and said only give it back to me when it shoots flames. They've installed the Novitec kit on this 812. We're about to jump in it, hop to the desert, catch up with an LFA, make some very nice noises. So the client asked you for flames, right?
Yeah.
And you have a picture of the flames.
We made this happen. Electric cars flaming.
Electric cars flaming. Very, very cool. So what kind of extra gains were you able to get out of the SF90?
We managed to get like 180.
180 extra horsepower?
Yeah.
Wow.
And second stock was 5.6, 100 to 200. We managed to get 4.0.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. And now it's actually closer to 1,000 horsepower, right?
Now.
Yeah, now. Exactly, right? Very cool. Okay. That is unbelievable sound. I mean, there's cold starts and then there's that. Wow, what a machine. So check out the spec. This is sort of like frosted baby blue on a cognac chocolate style interior. Wow, this is going to be a special day. Earphones in, or maybe earbuds in, depending on how much you value your eardrums.
And that was without exhaust.
So you managed to make an 812 flame. I'm not sure I've seen a flaming 812 before. That is pretty serious. Wow. So if I bring an 812 to you, you can make it flame. The question is how big? So the hand-painted shields too. And this is satin from factory. This is not a satin wrap, it's actual Ferrari satin paint. That sounds unbelievable. What a machine. Nice work, buddy. Thank you for your help with this one. You heard that thing? It's unbelievable. We'll see you later.
Great, man.
I'm serious, this is... Look, we're in traffic and look how chilled it is. We can listen to what it sounds like. I mean, I know this is a really cliche statement, but it sounds like an F1 car. Like, it actually sounds like an F1 car. We actually filmed an 812 GTS with a Novitec exhaust on it, probably 18 months back. I don't remember it sounding that good. Obviously, it might be a different configuration, but this is pure thoroughbred race car sound. Wow, 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 wow. I don't know what to say. I'm not normally lost for words. Do you know what is quite nice about this? Is that, look, you can have that sound on the downshift, and then when you're in like cruise gear, we're in 6th right now, it's totally normal, it's like completely fine. Like you could still Grand Tour in this, but at the flick of a switch, those whip cracks on the downshift, are you kidding me? I think that is the beauty of a great exhaust, is the 812, naturally aspirated, Ferrari, high revving, 9,000 RPM, but from factory, and it's no fault of the brand, they're just subject to so many rules and regs. There's fuel particulate filters bunged up the backside, that suppresses the sound. Weirdly, you don't actually hear what you paid for, which is the slice of the automotive holy grail up front here. This unlocks everything that you think about when you think about the sound of a Ferrari. Listen to that. But the most important thing is it's at road legal speeds. Like, you don't have to be driving like a nutcase. A standard 812, you have to be driving so fast, and it never ever sounds like that. But this, you can enjoy it at road speeds with sounding like Michael Schumacher. It's the best. And you end up changing gear for absolutely no reason at all, just to play this unbelievable V12 symphony. Look. Wow, what a machine. Okay, so we are heading to a location which, if you've ever researched Dubai online, you may have seen the photos of a perfectly beautiful road, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes a sand dune that just sort of breezes across the road and looks like this sort of post-apocalyptic scene. It's beautiful, it's iconic, but you never really see it. Well, this is the area. This is the place where you're going to find these roads that are beautifully straight, and every now and again you'll just see a sand dune blown across the road. So we're like in the middle of the desert, but there's this infrastructure around with this road network. It doesn't particularly lead to anywhere, which means it's fairly quiet. We get some good shots. Importantly, we're about to meet up with a Lexus LFA. Give you Okay, so look how empty and straight this road is. You just almost see the curvature of the earth. So anyway, a quick overview on our car for the day, or at least one of our cars for the day. This is a proper pinch myself afternoon. But if you're not familiar with the Ferrari 812 Superfast, this is the GTS version, which effectively means the roof comes off. Also, one of the unique features and perks of having a Novitec exhaust is that because it's a GTS, you're able to drop the rear window. Look, see? So I can put my hand straight through there, but keep the roof up. That is a perfect blend for when you've got an exhaust that sounds that good. 812 stands for 800 PS, not quite 800 horsepower, and 12 is V12 because it is a front-engined, naturally aspirated V12. The car has rear-wheel steering, now iconic and seamlessly integrated twin-clutch gearbox that mates and marries to that V12 like you wouldn't believe. Sounds a little bit different to your standard 812. To me, this is one of the best sounding Ferraris I've ever driven. Fun fact, we're out here, I wouldn't say in the middle of the desert, on the outskirts of the desert. Just had the LFA dropped off. Turns out it's the exact same LFA that I drove back in Anglesey, Wales a few years ago. Which, I mean, what are the chances? Hello, old friend. I didn't think I'd be driving you again anytime soon. Wait till you hear this thing. Man, when you see them in reality, you know, these things, obviously, they have a cult following and people love them, but they don't seem to have quite the same acclaim. But when you see one in reality, I mean, it's a proper unicorn, this thing. Can't wait to experience it again. All right. I mean, it's still a hella futuristic place to be. Speaking of futuristic, fun fact, the LFA was one of the earlier cars to adopt a digital dash. The reason for it is that the V10 in this thing revs up so freely and so fast that it was said that a conventional, I guess, analog speedo wouldn't be able to keep up with the RPMs. So that in itself is pretty special. That being said, the actual instrument cluster here, that silver surround, is analog and physically moves. When I press this button here, watch the analog part of it actually move. See that? It literally moves. It's so trick. Obviously so special this day to have these two cars together. The one thing that does stand out, like, listen, they're both incredible. The front end on the LFA, it turns in better than the 812 Superfast. And that's saying something. That has rear wheel steer, but it's the gearbox, and that's the sort of generational difference. The twin clutch and like the way it's married to the V12 is so special. This is starting to feel a little bit its age until you get like right up the rev range. You're almost 10/10ths, and then it slams that gear home, and it feels so good. 812 Superfast just kind of has that refinement and ultra quick shift from any speed. clutch is totally different. Like, unless you're like on it, it's very much like an automated manual. There's this sort of dead spot as it shifts. As soon as you start going fast, it slams it in. The downshifts are heroic. The front end of the LFA definitely grips better than the front end of an 812 Superfast, fun fact. Ready? No road. Nothing. Like complete dead end. Right, so this is interesting because it's an automated manual effectively, or a single clutch. It's quite race car-y in the way that you put it into reverse. So you have to pull in both pedals at the same time. Once it's in first, to put it into neutral, like so. And on this side is a little reverse button. You pull that back, it goes into reverse, you do your reversing, and then both pedals in neutral, up to first. That guy just beached himself. I thought he was like coming in hot. He was like full gas. Look. I mean, you wouldn't believe how quickly the sun sets here. You can actually physically see the sun going down. It's not like, oh, how long have we got left? Watch it drop over the edge. Thankfully, it's still light, like it throws up a lot of light. But look at the gradient in the sky. We've got this peach, like rich blue, and half moon. It's pretty stunning. Really cool is when there's concrete bollards like this. It's just nothing like it. The cracks, the bumps and bangs on the overrun. Just incredible.